Alrighty. Alright, let's hope this looks alright. Still getting used to doing this. I haven't done this in quite some time. Uh I'm monitoring it on my phone just to make sure that the audio is good. I've done like a lot of tests. So hopefully it looks alright on you guys' end. Hopefully the quality's not that terrible. And yeah, let's get started here. This is really the first time since the first ShaneCon that I actually am doing a live stream instead of like a pre-recorded video. And I don't know which one's easier. Both of them require a lot of prep time. I guess this one I don't have like a additional take, so like if I mess up, I just have to keep going. But I don't know. I kind of like the whole idea that I can still interact with chat at the same time, like live, instead of just being in the chat replying to other people. Speaking of that, let me actually turn the chat on just so I can see everyone who's joining in, everyone who's saying anything. So feel free to leave a whole bunch of comments, questions, anything. Like if you see something, you have a question, if you have any comments, concerns, or you just want to like say anything, you just blow up the chat. I don't care. I'm gonna be reading it all off. I'm gonna make sure that I'm interacting with you guys as much as I can, and that is kind of the whole, I guess, plus of a live stream instead of a pre-recorded video. So yeah, let's get started here. I got a little script, a little outline for me to read off of, so I'm not completely lost. I don't know how I did this last time without a script, but I'm definitely not doing that again. So yeah, this whole thing, if you guys have seen any of the other ones, which I assume that you've probably seen clips or at least the trailers and stuff that come out from ShaneCon, this is like where we announce, the stuff that's coming up next year, or what should be coming up next year. Like last year we had Corona. Year before that, that was like when Corona was about to hit. So most of the stuff that I really wanted to do, I haven't been able to do yet. But now I've actually, got my foot in the door, so to speak, so we can actually start doing this stuff. Let's see what we got here. All right, hello Sean, hello Lisa and Camden. Camden, I see you're still a moderator. I want you to be guarding my chat. Just don't kick or mute anybody unless they are actually like being a nuisance. But yeah, you're the only mod I think I have on my channel. So yeah, use your power. With great power comes great responsibility, as a dear friend of mine said once. Yeah, with that all being said, I wanted to just say right here that I'm gonna try to do at least one short film per year. And of course, this year's that was the intern. So if you haven't seen that, you can go stream that. The link is below. Link is on like almost every single one of my videos. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. A lot of people have seen it so far. I want as many people to see it as possible. Everyone who's seen it likes it. And I'm actually going to be reading the reviews. I have not read any of the reviews. I had a QR code, and so that everyone who filled it out, everyone who watched it filled out the review after they saw it. So I'm going to read those live on this stream a little later on, and we'll actually see, firsthand. Like, they haven't told me anything negative, so I'm just assuming that there's been nothing negative. So we're going to see later on in the stream. So, yeah, next year, I have a lot of ideas. I don't know exactly what project that I'm going to do next year. If I could do an episode of Superdog or whatever potential intern sequel may be going on, that would be great. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to spend that much money again and actually, I don't know. We'll have to see. I might do something lower end, something a little more experimental. Probably just something with my friends, something short, something sweet that people can actually see on YouTube instead of me having to put it on Patreon. So yeah, with all that being said, I think we can hop into our first panel here. So yeah, let's do that. And the first panel is about to be revealed right now.
Lately, I've been having these dreams.
Okay, it really pisses me off that the audio glitches every single time. I think I just heard it. I think I heard it glitch a couple times. Every time the first time I play that, it glitches. But the second time, if I were to play it one more time, it wouldn't glitch. But I'm not going to do that since we're already here. And you guys probably already know that this was the first panel that we're going to do. But I don't know. I kept trying to fix it. I've done like a whole bunch of tests, like I said earlier. But hey, I'll release them online if you want to see like those full little teasers, because there's another one coming up as well. So all the other audio should be good, hopefully. So we'll see. All right. Let's see here. What's going on in chat? Yes. Stream the intern. Intern is really good. Trust and believe. Like that's someone who's seen it. All right. Word of mouth. It's really good. Stream it. The link is down below. Let's see. There we go. All right. That's actually this. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see. This is gonna be the spoiler-free section of the panel. So you can watch this without watching the movie. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I am like later on there is gonna be a spoiler section of the same panel, and you're gonna see like a red card on this side of the screen. Yeah, I pointed the wrong way. Pointed at the screen, but it's gonna be on this side. It's gonna say spoiler section. When you see that, that means that there's gonna be spoilers. I'm gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff that's in the movie. So with this is all spoiler free, so you don't have to see the film. So with that being said, the intern is on my Patreon right now. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. I feel like everyone knows this, but you can get it for as low as $3 on my Patreon, that first tier. Then you can get the $5 version, which has both post-credit scenes in there. And the $10, $20 tiers is more just like being generous. You don't really have to do those. If you do, thank you very much. You do get access to other videos and stuff like that on the $10 tier, as well as the premiere version of my film, which is like an hour long instead of just a half-hour regular version. So that's just extra benefits. The more you pitch in, the more benefits you'll get. And really, I'm trying to use all the funds for that to fund, of course, new projects, but as well to put this into some film festivals, because I think I may be stupid because I didn't know film festivals cost money to enter. Well, actually, I think I did know that. I just didn't think every single one of them cost like $40, $50 a pop. So I don't know. I'm going to have to be very specific on which ones that I'm going to enter it in, because I feel like it does have the potential to at least place in some kind of film festival. I think it is that good, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. But it's going to cost money to, of course, enter it in there. But, of course, you get like prizes and stuff if you win. So hopefully, we can enter it into some film festivals and they'll help pay for my next movie, I guess. And that would be great. And the way that you guys can help me do that is to actually support the film and stream it on Patreon. So speaking of releasing the film and how the film is released, I have a video here that's going to be announcing a little something that some of you may already know. Others may have had an inkling that this was coming up, but it's actually coming now. So here you go. Hey everyone. This video is going to be going over the Amazon release of The Intern. All I have to do now is go and order the captions for the video, which is going to cost me around $30. And then after that, I plug them into Amazon's whole software. It should be coming soon. I don't want to give you guys a concrete release date right now because some things could happen. I don't know how long the whole turnover process is, how long it takes for Amazon to review and approve the film. So I don't want to give you a concrete release date, but it should be coming out sometime in January. That's what I'm thinking. So if it's not in January, it should be February at the latest, because it really shouldn't take them like a month to approve a film. January, look out for that. It should be coming out on Amazon. If I have your phone number, I'm probably going to blow up your phone again and be like, hey, it's out on Amazon. But some more information about it is that I'm planning on releasing the SD version of the film, which would be standard definition. I think that goes up to 720p. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I would probably go with the HD if I were you, but I'm going to put the SD out on there for $2 because Amazon, just as well as Patreon, I think keeps a good chunk of the profits. For example, on Patreon, if I had it on my dollar tier, I would only get 67 cents back. $2 should probably round down to around 150 that I would be getting in return. So I think that's a fair price. It's less than it would be on Patreon, but you're not going to get it in HD. So for the HD price, I think it only goes up to 1080p. It doesn't go into 4K. I'm pretty sure that's true. You can quote me on that. But I'm going to be putting that on $3 just like it would be on Patreon. But Amazon, I guess, is more accessible for, you know, different audiences. More people use Amazon, I think, than they do Patreon, so it might be easier for you to get the film that way. So be on the lookout for that. I'll probably make some more videos. I'll probably release another video similar to this when it is released, just so I can show you guys actually how to get it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Why am I doing an outro? The stream is still going on. Hold on. What's next? What's next up? Oh, this is huge, guys. You guys don't want to miss this part. I'm going to give it back to me, but, you know, hey, don't go anywhere. This is big. This is one of the biggest reveals of the stream. Only going to be on this stream, not on YouTube. Future me is probably going to say the exact same thing, so it doesn't matter. All right, back to me. Oh my gosh, I was muted that whole time. I feel like an idiot. Anyways, that was my bad. I'm gonna go back over what I just was saying. I feel so stupid. That was my bad. I keep forgetting to mute and unmute. I feel like I was just talking up a storm. But basically, I was just recapping what was on that video that just played, which is the Amazon release for the intern. So if you missed that, you can go back to see that. It was like a 5-minute, well, actually like a 2-minute video, just telling you that it's coming out soon. I'm gonna order the captions. I'm going to upload it to Amazon, and we're gonna see how long that takes. And then I'm gonna make a separate video that's gonna actually be announcing the release. Sorry about that. That was like a whole minute. Anyways, I have another video coming up right now. This one, like I said in the video, is one of the biggest announcements of the stream. Another way that you can watch the intern. This one I feel like may be the coolest way to watch the intern, if you bear with me here. And you might be wondering, Shane, why are you releasing the intern so many times? That is because I want as many people to watch it as possible, for a whole bunch of reasons that I keep saying. So I'm not going to say it again. I'm just going to play this next video here, and hopefully this stream can keep going up after I play this, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm just going to play the video. Hey guys, so here's the video with all of the information about the $1 release on Patreon for the intern. Now, it's not going to work exactly as you think. I'm not going to just drop the whole film on there for $1. But if that $3 price does turn you off, I can assure you that the $1 tier is going to be coming to my Patreon in 2022. So, I have all of the dates set. I just have to re-edit some of the episodes. Well, re-edit the film into episodes, really, you know. It's going to be 3 episodes that are going to be around 10 to 15 minutes max each. Really closer to 10 most likely, but 15, you know, with credits and everything. Each of these episodes are going to be releasing every month on Patreon. I'm going to put the dates on the screen here, as well as the dates that they're going to be leaving my Patreon as well. Now you may be confused, like, whoa, what do you mean leaving Patreon? To make it fair for everyone, Alright, there could be a way, I'm one of these people too. I do it all the time, especially, when things might be tight. Might not want to spend like $11 for ad-free Hulu or whatever. If I see a show's coming out weekly on Hulu, I might just have to wait it out, until like the last episode comes out, and then I cop it and watch it all, right? Yeah? No, that does not work for me, alright? Because I know the tricks. I know how it works. So, in order to avoid that, so everyone will be relatively paying the same price. This is really just broken up, so just in case you get paid every month or something like that, and you don't want to contribute that much, now you can just contribute $1 every month over the course of 3 months. This is for you. You're still going to end up having to do $3. There's no way that you're going to get it for $1. And the way that this is going to work with the things on the screen, the first release date that we have is going to be February of next year. On the 25th of February, the first episode of The Intern is coming out. So, with that being said, it will be leaving the service on March the 18th. Okay, and then the Friday after that, the 25th of March, 2022, the second episode will be premiered. Now, you see how it works? Now, then, the following 15th of April, the second episode will be leaving my Patreon. Then the finale will be on the 22nd of April. So the dates that you need to remember is February 25th, March the 25th, April 22nd. That's episodes 1, 2, 3. And they will be leaving the service on March the 18th, April the 15th, and the third one will probably just stay on Patreon. I haven't decided yet. If it does leave, it'll probably leave in May. But like I said in one of my older videos, it's not going to be coming out for free for quite some time. And that is because I really want to raise funds for Superdog. And it's kind of hard to do while I'm trying to balance school, work, and everything else. But, anything that I can put on the side will help. And that is you guys. Alright, you guys are helping me make Superdog. So, with all that said, to get people, a little excited, hopefully this doesn't get the stream taken down. Please don't take it down. I don't own the rights to this music, but I really wanted to use it because it fit perfectly. I'm probably going to end up getting one made, or I'm not sure. We'll see. But this is what it would look like. I feel like I'm talking too much. But if you like anime, you're going to like this. If you don't like anime, you're still probably going to like this because it's fire. Alright, this is the official opening for the Intern series.
Sure, it's a common notion, perpetual in motion, but I don't need the comfort of any lies. I've seen the ending, and there's no ascending rise. Oh, back when I was younger, was told by other youngsters, we might as well be sunset beneath the earth. 'Cause I don't see what they see when they're staring at me. I see a window, a limit, and not at all. I could go across the ocean, if it all been lucid. You ever tried in seconds, like a vibe and reflection? You think you're old and relevant, even though to levels. It's a common notion, but it's a lie.
Okay. Alright, if you guys are still seeing this, I think it'll work. I did message the people who on this song, the actual record label. So hopefully they did not take the stream down. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun editing that. That was probably one of the top 5 most fun things I've ever had. The experience of editing, and it was cool to actually be able to put together a full opening to something that I actually made. And yeah, so I do already have the first opening for my next project, like the actual opening for the next project, my next series, already made. I just need the lyrics mixed with the song. That's all. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'd love to get any, I guess, comments or critiques on that for sure. I would love to read those out and see what you guys have to say. But yeah, with that being said, let's see. I basically said all this in the video. So, like I said, if you don't want to just do like $3, $5, $10, the $1 tier is going to be coming next year, but it's going to be quite some time. So that's like, I think I said February. Yeah, February the 25th, I do believe, is when I'm going to drop the first episode. And yeah, if you want to see it like before that, like, if you want to just keep waiting for the movie, to get less and less expensive, you do you, I guess. But like I said, it's not going to come out for free for quite some time because I'm trying to fundraise and I don't really know how to do that. So I'm trying my best. Let me just say that. But yeah, as you can see, let me make sure I'm pointing the right way. Yeah, the spoiler section banner is up, which means that anytime I can just start spoiling the movie. So if you have not seen The Intern and you don't want to be spoiled for it, I would probably suggest clicking off for about the next 5 or so minutes. Maybe, actually, it might maybe longer than that. I don't know. I talk a lot. So yeah, just go watch The Intern, and by the time you come back, the stream should still be going on, and you'll be up to date just like everyone else. But with that being said, I'm going to actually read the reviews now. The reviews for the movie that I have not taken a look at yet. So this is gonna kind of be a blind reaction. So if the audio goes out, I'm not gonna be able to fix it for quite a bit because it looks all fine to me because I'm not watching the stream with you guys right now. So let's go to the link and let's see what people had to say about The Intern. I'm actually kind of curious. So, because I haven't looked at it, I was tempted to, but I was like, it would be really cool to do a blind reaction. So I restrained myself. All right, let me see. Can I sign in? I need to sign in to see all of the answers. I hope I remember what account I used. Yes, it's me signing in. All right, I think this is the account. Looks like it. Yeah, this is it because I can edit it. All right, so we got 12 responses. We're gonna go by individual, not by question. Yeah. All right. So this is the first person. Let me turn this down. I think I want to blind myself. This is the first person who reviewed the movie. Whoever was the fastest to scan that QR code. They rated it a 5 out of 5. The first question. I'm just gonna say the questions right now, so I don't have to keep saying them. So, what would you rate The Intern? 1 being absolute garbage, and 5 being excellent. This person gave it a 5 out of 5. This is all anonymously, by the way. They said under the thoughts and feedback section, they said amazing. Hats off to sound, definitely elevated the movie to top tier status. All right, and they did do the other 2 questions, which weren't required. So yeah, thank you for that. Everyone seems to love the soundtrack, and eventually I will tell you who does not. Like, you can just look at like the music credits or like the credits of the movie. It tells you who does my sound because people were wondering who does my sound. But I'm not sure if he wants his information out there. Like, I've already given his email to one of my friends who is also a filmmaker, but that was after already discussing it with him and saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to give him your email so you guys can get in contact. So I'm not just gonna put that out there, but thank you. Yes, the sound design, the soundtrack, all I feel are very top tier. Especially like I find myself listening to my own soundtrack every so often, which is good because I'm not getting tired of it, even though I have to edit these movies for hours at a time. All right, so second review, um, they rated it a 5 out of 5 as well. They said, "I loved it, Shane. Congratulations and keep up the amazing work. Looking forward to the next showing." All right, thank you again. Thank you for the praise. I'm looking forward to the critiques, and I'm also looking forward to my next showing as well. I've premiered the film twice already. Hopefully, I can keep premiering it again at probably some film festivals. I think would probably be the next premiere of the film. So we'll see. Moving on to number 3. This is another 5 out of 5. Thank you. We're 3 for 3. I'm so proud of you, Shane. They say you did such a great job on everything. The plot, the storyline of the film was so clear. Also, I can't wait to see the finished product in the future. I hope you mean like the continuation. 'Cause that was the finish. I hope you mean like the next part. I'm just gonna assume that's what they mean. Because there is a cliffhanger ending. Of course, we're in the spoiler section, so I can say that. So I think you may mean the second part, or the whatever the continuation may be. So yes, I'm looking forward to doing that as well. I have it all written out already. The whole intern, I guess, subplot slash storyline has already been resolved. Um, by the time, well, where I am writing the sequel, we've already finished all that, and we're moving on to other stuff. All right, number 4. We have another 5 out of 5, and didn't leave any thoughts, feedback, or critiques or anything. just rated it. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for the rating. Number 5, 5 out of 12. Another 5 out of 5. It says, I believe the actors, excluding Shane, could have been better in speaking their lines. They sound stiff and monotonous. I think you just mean monotone. Monotone at times. The transitions were kind of awkward. All right, I'll take that. Okay, they left some more. Let's see. It says there could have been more dialogue that included more thought of the main character, which would be me. Would be more appreciated to understand the plot better. Overall, excellent job. I'm very impressed, very professional, and well executed. Thank you. Very critical for 5 out of 5. I don't know. I'll probably give that a 4 or 3 if I'm writing all of that. But yeah, I like for the first part. The other actors except me, I guess, could have been better at their speaking lines. I'd have to disagree with that. I feel like everyone played their parts to their best. Like especially Cassandra and Eric and Joseph, who really had like the biggest speaking roles besides like the guards or other people who only had like 1 or 2 lines. I feel like they did pretty good. I feel like I used their best takes anywhere that I could. But yeah, for sure, I feel like even I feel like I was probably one of the weakest actors in there because I mean I know I'm extra critical of myself, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. The transitions were kind of awkward. I think you may mean like the transitions between the scenes, perhaps, or like do you mean like the actual transitions themselves? I don't know why I'm asking you this. You probably aren't watching this. I don't know. Um, but I would assume you mean I'm gonna assume you mean like the actual transitions themselves, which I can agree in the second half of the film I did utilize like 3 or 4 fade to blacks back to back to back, and that was only because I didn't really want to like just cut to the next part. I don't know. I just wanted you to feel that some time had passed between every single fade to black. I don't know. But yeah, I'll take that as well. There could have been more dialogue in the second part here. Could have been more dialogue that included more thought of the main character would be more appreciated. Yes, for sure. The second half of the movie, there was like besides the one scene with the powers, there wasn't very much dialogue in the second half of the film, and I did notice that while making it. I did like mention that to my friends and everything. I was like, there's like no lines in the second half, and that was partially because um, yeah, I can say this as a spoilers. It was partially because I didn't imagined the film to be as long as it was. The I imagined the film to be 12 minutes max. The film with credits is 28, pushing 29 minutes. So that's like double the length already. So that is why there's not that much dialogue because nothing was really written, I guess. Like the actions were written. Like what I did was I just expanded on the action, like the action lines. If you ever look at a film script, they say the dialogue and then there's like what the characters are doing. I expanded on that, and so of course that just led to big paragraphs full of action and like no dialogue going with that. So yeah, I'll take that. I guess people want to hear like VO of what's going on in my head. I don't know. I might try to toy with that. I know some stories do that, others don't. I just don't think that was this kind of story where you needed to hear what was going on in my head. But for sure, I get where you're coming from. You may be a fan of those kind of stories. Um, yeah, was that it? Yeah. Overall, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think that was it with that one. Moving on to number 6, another 5 out of 5. Love the effects. They were really good. Also, the story, even the hooks were really good. One word review. They said excellent. And make more movies. This one was really good in the anything else section. All right. Thank you. I like that a lot of people seem to like the hook at the beginning of the film. I think that's the one you're talking about because I've gotten a couple of comments saying that the hook at the beginning of the film in the first 3 minutes, which is actually out on my YouTube channel right now, you can watch that. The first 3 minutes, a lot of people say that they love that hook and that it makes you want to watch the rest of the story because it leaves you with questions and you want to see what happens next. And that hook was not in the original script, like the one that when we shot the rest of the film, when I had all the other actors, that was not in there. It was actually very short. Um, if you watch the clip or if you've seen the film, the only part that would have been in that sequence, that whole like 3 minute sequence, would have been just that tail in there when the flashes are coming in. Like you see Superdog, you see all the villains, and you see, and that was it actually. Like everything else was extra. I added all that in because I wanted to tease people more. I wanted to expand on it. Like I said earlier, I just wanted to expand on a lot of stuff. So yeah, and I'm glad that people like that. All right, so moving on to number 7. Everything just seems to be one word on this one. 5 out of 5. Thoughts, feedback, they said amazing. One word review, they said astronomical. Okay. Anything else? They said, get me out of work. Okay, I don't know if I can do that for you, my guy or girl. But I'm glad that you enjoyed the film. I'm sorry that you have to go to work. All right, moving on to number 8. This is the first 4 out of 5. Okay. All right. Great movie overall, especially for the first one. Going forward, more talking in the movie. Yeah, all right. Really would like to develop more of a connection when watching. One word review, surprising. Um, Anything else? They said, not gonna lie, that part when you were finna turn into the Hulk was funny. Da da da. Mine hurt. Okay. You could be talking about two different parts here. I don't know. I don't know which part this person is talking about. I feel like this is one of my friends. I don't know. Let's see. So going over the critiques, they said, yeah, more talking. Okay, so I went over that earlier. Yes, I'm aware the second half has no, like, barely any dialogue in it. And not gonna lie, that part gonna turn into the Hulk. You could be talking about the one at the beginning of the film, which you can watch right now, or the one at the end of the film. I'm not sure. Either both of those times I was not about to turn into the Hulk. But sure, yeah, you kind of got it right at the end. Mind, yes, my mind was hurting. Um, but no, definitely not turning big and green anytime soon. All right, number 9. We have another 4 out of 5. Let's see. They say the film is full of suspense and making you think about what's actually happening. And finally, there, theirs, I think they mean, there's villains who use common sense and keep you on the edge. Thank you. I really tried hard to not fall into like the whole you mustache twirling villain trope. Personally, I think the audio could have been better for sure. Yeah, but that doesn't stop you from being immersed to the story. Yeah, there definitely was a couple of hiccups there. That's why I want to get my own mic before I even start making the next film. Because definitely at the beginning, when we were like getting used to the mic, it was kind of rough, and I couldn't find any good audio. I even like tried to hire someone to clean out the audio, and they literally came back to me and were like, "Look, man, I'm sorry, but I can't fix this." Like they tried their best. They sent me like 20 different clips about different versions of how they tried to clean it up. They could not clean it up. So it went in the movie like what you saw in the film was the best I could do with it. The best that anyone could do with it, it seems like. One word review, they said suspenseful. Anything else, they said keep it up. So yes, thank you very much for that. Thank you for saying that the villains had common sense. I really wanted them to kind of be smarter than the main character, the my character. I wanted the villains to, because since they're adults and I'm kind of on the younger side, I wanted to really seem like they were like running circles around this kid, because that's what would happen in real life if you're going against adults. Um, you're not really gonna win if you're like a child. So yeah. All right, number 10. They have a 5 out of 5. It says it was very interesting. It kept you wondering what was gonna happen next. One word review. They said promising. Anything else? They said full speed ahead. Yes, full speed ahead indeed. I hope that more stuff is to come as soon as possible. Like I said, I am in the middle of writing it right now. I'm about 4 episodes in, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this whole writing process because it feels like it's just flowing out naturally, and I keep reading over it, making sure that it all makes sense, and it does. And I'm really glad that you guys are starting to enjoy it, and I hope you guys will continue to enjoy it moving forward. All right, number 11. They said 5 out of 5. Got a little paragraph here. Okay. They said overall very well made. There were a few minor things I noticed, however. One time there was one time where the tripod was set up in front of a window, and the reflection was the tripod and camera. Okay, I don't know where that was. Let's see. Another time when the camera was walking by one of the classrooms, I believe during the tour, a man can be seen in the reflection of the window. I think I might know what you're talking about, but that man was actually supposed to be me. In the next shot, you can see me walking because I was actually the one holding the camera in costume, but I was holding it just so that you wouldn't see the camera. Like you said, you just see the man, you don't see the camera there. The cameraman during that shot was, in fact, me, and in the next shot, you can see me walking. So it was actually supposed to be like my point of view. Um, let's see. During the portal reveal scene, the outline of Shane becomes distorted along with the edges of the person. I don't know if that was a critique or a highlight. All of these are, oh, I guess it was a critique. All of these are pretty minor. All other than that, great job. Okay, so what is it? During the portal reveal scene, the outline of Shane becomes distorted along with the edges of the person. Okay, yeah, part of that was the effects not being $1 million, but another part of that was actually me distorting the edges around myself because the portal was actually warping that space, if you understand what I'm trying to say. In the one word review, they said intriguing. So yes, I can see why some of the decisions I made don't hit with everyone. Like I said, some people haven't even noticed all the Easter eggs in the movie. So if you do have my Patreon, go back and rewatch it, see if you can notice any of the Easter eggs that I put in the film, because I did put a lot of stuff in there, a lot of extra stuff for people who are really actually eagle-eyed and watching. All right, so this is the last one. They put another 5 out of 5. They said the visuals were crazy and the story was engaging. A very good short film, has a lot of potential. One word review, they said awesome. All right, thank you. That was a good one to end it off there. Overall, like I said, I guess I was right in my assumption. It seems like everyone is enjoying the film so far. So yeah, you guys heard it here. I just read them all off. Um, Everyone seems to like it. No, just all the critiques were just minor stuff that can for sure be finished, for sure be fixed when I get a bigger budget and uh, kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Kind of like do do more, get more experience. Yeah, get more experience. Learn, what I'm good at, what my weaknesses, what my strengths are, and then kind of keep going on down the line. All right, so yeah, let me hop back in the stream on my phone so I can see what anyone has said. All right. Okay. Oh, Christian. Hello. This is one of my oldest friends, actually. Yes, I do in fact need actors. More on that soon. Don't go away, because we are going to be covering that soon. But before that, I actually do have a interview with one of the actors in the film The Intern. We talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna play you guys a little clip, kind of in the middle there, about what's actually going on, what we're gonna talk about during the interview. So yeah, let's see what Cassandra has to say. She plays Dr. Mitchell, who is, spoiler alert, the villain of the film. Hello,
Hello, hello. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for asking.
So much for meeting with me on such short notice.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry. I've been super busy.
Um,
So,
Everyone's really busy. I'm busy. I'm just trying to get stuff done. The film's ready. I want people to kind of be excited for, going on with the future and everything like that. So yeah, thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna hop right into it, get started here. I had a real blast working with you back in May. You made the process really smooth. You were probably even more professional than me, so thank you for that. I feel like if I was working with two me's, it would have definitely been harder to do. But yeah, I was really thrilled to have you and everyone else on board. And with that said, I really wanted to ask, what kind of got you into acting? What was that process like for you?
Yeah, so I have been acting since I was a child. Mostly started in theater, and then over when the pandemic hit, realized I really kind of missed being, I guess, doing the acting business, being in that world. And so I got back into acting, but that's when I really started doing film and television acting instead of stage acting. And so, yeah, for the past, I guess, almost 2 years, I've kind of gotten back into it, and it's just been really fun to continue and pick up where I left off.
Right, yeah, it's kind of like riding a bike. You never really did. And you're really
So,
really talented. I'll say that.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, with that, so you just kind of, I guess, recently, started getting back into it. So besides The Intern, do you have any like fond memories on being like on film sets or anything?
Yeah, yeah. I've been on a couple fun film sets. There was one where um, I went to a book club that was supposed to be unknowingly, I was being, I guess, offered as a sacrifice in this weird book club, I guess, cult thing. And that was really fun. That was the first time we worked with fake blood. And it was just really fun to play the really young, naive person who walked into a dangerous situation unknowingly. And so I think that was a really fun to just work with a bunch of people, figure out how we were going to get fake blood to squirt out of my neck, and just kind of film like a really fun scene like that.
Yeah, that sounds. I actually don't even know how to do that myself. Towards the end of the movie, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but we had a little bit of fake blood for one of the characters. But we didn't do anything like that. We were just like, okay, let's around. You just lay right next to it. We weren't doing any kind of squirting or anything. But yeah, that's really interesting. I'm glad that was a good time. It sounds like it'd be pretty fun. I love
Yeah.
I know it's kind of recently, but do you have any fun experiences from like The Intern?
Yeah. I mean, that was, I think, my first time having worked on a green screen before. So that was like really awesome to just see this huge green screen and work with that. And I think also just having watched parts of the film and then really being like, wow, like the acting that we did and then watching it translate into film, which excellent job, by the way. You did a wonderful job with that. But I think that's just been really fun to kind of be like, oh, that was the day that we filmed that. And then here's how it translates into the big picture. It's
Right.
really fun.
Oh, it was such a process editing it and putting it all together. But I had a good time doing it, like because I was like, okay, I'm actually doing this. We actually filmed this all together. We're putting it all together, and just seeing like the finished product before everyone else did, I was like, I remember watching it completely for the first time. I was like, it's not bad. I was like, wait a minute, like what happened? I actually made something that wasn't that bad. And so it was really fun. And like I said before, it would not have gone as smooth if it wasn't for you guys, everybody behind the scenes and in front of the camera, because like it's a whole team effort making the movie. It's like it's a whole team. Like if every person does their part, everything will go really smoothly. And
Hmm.
you guys, you blew me out of the water. I'll say that. Um,
Thank you.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up this clip here. I'm sorry, I don't work with Zoom that much, but this is
Oh, no worries.
kind of a spoiler. But at this point, when I'm putting it into the stream, hopefully, um, this will be the spoiler section of the stream. So
Ooh,
it's fine if we play a spoiler. So this is
perfect.
gonna be like a clip from the film. This was I remember this was like I think the first day that we shot. And it was kind of weird because it's like halfway through the movie, and it's like, and that's like one of the first things that we did. So let's see.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember doing this scene, but
Yep.
this was literally like the first, like one of the first days that we shot, and it turned out really good. So I'm just gonna play this, and then I have a couple questions afterwards that's kind of in relation to this. So,
Okay.
all right. Hopefully it looks okay on your end.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the spirit.
So, when did Spencer Bain start doing this whole bring your kid to work thing?
You know, I'm not entirely sure, but if I remember correctly, it was a little over 4 years ago.
So after, it's just, I've always wanted to work at a facility like this. I want to follow my dad's footsteps.
Your dad was a Bain Tech employee?
Yep. Almost 5 years ago. Right out of college, up until when he passed away.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's in the past, right? Besides, it's not like you had anything to do with it.
Yeah, but
Bruno Martin. What's wrong? Do you know him?
I'm gonna stop it around there. But okay, so yeah, that was like one of the first days, and I think we did pretty good for like not doing everything before this.
right.
Turned out pretty all right. Um, but in relation to that, your character, Dr. Mitchell, is essentially like lying throughout the whole time we see her. Like almost everything she's saying is like fiction. Like she's trying to deceive my character in the film. So my question is, was there like a certain way that you went about playing her, like knowing full well that eventually she was going to be the villain?
Yes, yes. I think my strategy was, you know, because she is trying to deceive people, and the best way to deceive people is just to kind of act like things are normal.
Right.
And so I think my strategy for that really was to just make it be like, if she were not going to be evil, how would she be acting? How would she lead this person through the lab and through the facility? Um, as if it was just a normal, regular day, so that there's no inkling that something is off.
And I think that really translated really well. Because I premiered the film in front of two audiences already, and everybody when this scene plays, that's why I wanted to show you this scene in particular. Everybody when this scene plays, they're like, okay, she's acting like extra normal, acting, but like you were acting so normal that it was suspicious to everyone. And it was like they would turn to me and be like,
Mm.
"There's something going on here," and I'm like, "I don't know, I don't know. You tell me." And I like just that idea. I like it. I like planting that idea in the audience's head that is there's something, you know, and not knowing for sure if there was something. And I think you did that very well, like with your acting. And I tried to highlight that as much as I could with the editing.
Thank you. Wonderful edits. Wonderful edits.
Actually, in the scene, like if you go back and watch it in the scene, I actually added some ADR whispers in there. Um,
Mm.
it's kind of, I don't really want to spoil it too much because there's some stuff going on down the line that will explain that. But basically, you're playing mind games with me while this is happening, and my mind is kind of fighting back at the same time. I don't know.
Oh,
It's a little interesting thing that I have going on, and you kind of see it more at the end of the movie. Speaking of that, I didn't tell anybody any of this. Like
nice.
I didn't even tell you. I didn't tell the behind the scenes people because I'm pretty secretive when it comes to that stuff. What do you think your character is doing moving forward? Like from the last thing that we filmed, like on the green screen and then like in the lab, what do you think your character, what are your predictions for like your character going forward? What do you think's going on with her?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because I've thought about because it kind of did leave on a cliffhanger of what is going to happen here. But I kind of envision her as, even though she's a little bit more on the evil side, a strong female lead. And I really would like to maybe see the exploration of, she's partnering with this person and, they're trying to get this main character they really want to hide all these secrets from him, but maybe she has kind of a role reversal where she's really just focused more on the science and on, the exploration of everything, and becomes more, I guess, of a good person in the end. But I guess we'll see. That's up to you to figure out. So
Interesting you say that because I'm already like 4 episodes into writing the continuation of this, and
mm,
I don't know. I don't want to give too much away, but just keep that thought in your head because there's some stuff coming ahead, not just with you but with everybody that I think that people are gonna really enjoy, and I like this foundation, and I want it to like sprout up into like like a tree, like where it just branches
yeah,
out and everyone has their own thing going on.
yeah, yeah.
But so you did watch the end of the film, right? And you saw,
I did.
yeah, okay. It was really hard doing like that last shot that you're thinking of with you, because we shot that on the green screen, and I went through like 3 endings of this movie. I was like, how should I end this? Because I wanted to do the whole scene, I really did, but I was like, I want more out of this scene, and I didn't want to bring everybody back, so I was like, I want to leave people wanting more, so I settled on the cliffhanger, and
Yeah,
doing that shot, I think it all blended together pretty well, even though like you guys weren't even in that shot together. Like
right.
I think it looked pretty good, and I think that people will be excited to see what happens right after that because we already like shot part of that,
Yeah,
and I already have it all written out.
nice.
It's I just hope it's pretty good. I don't want to ask too much of everyone, and because I know everyone's pretty busy, so I'm kind of like making it an ensemble thing where everyone gets their focus, and so I'm really looking forward to people watching that, and that's
Yeah,
really what's
yeah,
coming next. I can't wait to hopefully work with you again if you're willing to do something like this again, because I think this turned out really well. Um,
yeah.
Thank you again for meeting with me. Like I said, that was all of that. Hopefully, this didn't take up too much of your time. And with that said, that was really all. So if you do have any questions for me, anything like that,
I don't think so. I mean, just kudos, because I think that a lot of the edits were just outstanding, things that I definitely don't know how to do, couldn't do. And so I just, very well done for taking this film and really making it something bigger than it is.
yeah, when we first planned this, I definitely didn't think it was gonna be this big. But like the more that more time I had to work on it, I was like, I can make this, something big. Uh,
Yeah.
and I just kind of went all out as much as I could, pull out all the stops. So
Yeah.
hopefully people like it. Everyone who's seen it so far, I've not gotten any negative like critiques or anything like that. Everyone's just like, "Wow, this is good. I can't wait to see more. When's the next one coming out?" I'm like, "Hey, yo, I don't have it ready. Like, hold on." But everyone's
Yeah.
looking forward to what's coming next, and hopefully we can get on that. You know, when everything dies down, everyone's ready to go.
Right.
But yeah, so if the people watching have not seen The Intern, you guys can stream that right now. Alrighty, okay. Wow. All right. So that really does it for the whole intern section of ShaneCon. So I'm just gonna quickly review all the information just in case there's some people who are just now coming in and are just now watching this section and didn't know what has transpired over the past like half hour or an hour that we've been streaming so far. So um, take it from the top. Every year I'm gonna try to do another short film. Probably not to the magnitude or scale of The Intern, but definitely something to get some more work under my belt. Definitely something so I can keep experimenting and keep seeing what I can, pushing my limits, seeing, basically adding more experience to my belt. And with that being said, with The Intern, I'm going to be releasing it on Amazon as soon as I can. I'm getting the captions made and I'm going to be putting it on Amazon. You should just be able to look up The Intern on Amazon when it's released. I'll let you guys know in a separate video, and you should be able to just watch it on there if Patreon is not some way that you want to watch movies. So, speaking of Patreon, if you guys want to watch it on Patreon, it's going to be coming out in a series format for $1. My $1 tier is going to be 3 different episodes over the course of 3 months, monthly release on the episodes. And I'm just going to say this. I didn't say this before. I don't think I did say this in the video. But there are going to be some extra scenes, extended scenes, some additional scenes, and stuff like that, just to get it over that 30 to 40 minute mark for those 10 to 15 minute episodes each. Because I already have some of it shot. Well, I have it all shot. I mean, I have it all edited shortly. And just to make sure that it's that extra step over, just so it flows better as a series than it does as a short film, there are going to be some extra stuff there. So if you want to watch that, that's going to be available as low as $1 on my Patreon coming this February. And I think that was all. I think that's all we went over this panel. If I missed something, you're just probably going to have to go back and rewatch it. But with that being said, that is all. That is everything with the intern panel. So now let's move on to this special next panel that we got here.
Fight it. I have to fight.
Man, I'll tell you, this audio really hates me. I'm telling you, this it's just that audio for those clips. Like I said earlier, they really do not want to play correctly. Like I said, I'll drop them online if you guys want to see the full things. They're like little teasers for both the intern and the super dog. So yeah, a whole bunch of new footage, new stuff there for people who haven't seen the intern. Actually, if you have seen the intern, there's still gonna be some new stuff here for you. But basically, everything moving forward from here I will try my best to not spoil the intern. But you know, this of course is the continuation slash sequel for the intern, so it's kind of hard to talk about it that much without giving a little minor details away. So, like I just said, this is the sequel to the intern. It is the Superdog. It's going to be a series format instead of a short film, like series of short films. It's going to be series. I haven't decided on a runtime yet. I'll tell you that the first 2 scripts for the first 2 episodes are already 26 and 27 pages respectively, and just for perspective, usually each page is 1 minute of screen time, which means that they should be like a half hour long. But the intern script was like 15 pages long, and that was already almost a half hour. So we'll see. I don't know. Third episode is pushing that same length. The fourth episode I just started, so we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing 40-minute episodes because people don't really have that long of an attention span. So with that being said, just to refresh your memories here, the Superdog, I've been working on this for quite some time. This is like my passion project, I guess. And I use the intern to kind of test the waters, see if people will be interested in the concept. And it seems like people are, because I have gotten a lot of good reactions from the intern, and people want to see what's going on next. And this is what's going on next. This is it. Originally, there was no such thing as the intern. Like, if you had talked to me this time last year, even during ShaneCon 2020, if you had asked me, hey, so when's the intern coming out, or what's going to happen in the intern, I'd be like, what are you talking about? This was not part of the cards. The intern was not part of the cards, but I'm glad that it got as big as it did. And I actually could not imagine the Superdog franchise without it now, literally because it's such an integral part, because it's like the intro. It's like a prologue in a book, and this is the actual book. So yeah, let's see here. So I kind of already talked about progress. That's what it's telling me that's coming up next. To talk about my progress. So I guess I'll talk about the casting. And casting, of course, we just had the interview with Cassandra, and Cassandra is on board to come back yet again and reprise her role as Dr. Sarah Mitchell. I, of course, am coming back as my character of Shane Martin. Let's see who else who can I confirm right now? I don't know if I should be like confirming people, because people do tend to sometimes drop out of my project, so I don't want to just start naming people who have expressed interest. But I will say that there are people who have expressed interest in being in the show, and this show, like I said in the Cassandra interview, is an ensemble, which means that it will be focusing on a whole bunch of different characters, not just myself, but others. I can say that Jacob, one of my friends, Jacob, is going to be appearing in this in some capacity, probably in like 50 different roles, just like how he was in the intern. But we'll see. Only time will tell with that. But I think that is the only thing that I can confirm that are returning now. But besides that, there are like about 5 to 10 of the people who have expressed interest in being in the film. So if you would love to, or just like to get some experience under your belt, and you want to see how it is working with me on a film set, you just feel free to let me know. I will be more than willing to either put you in the film or have you do something behind the scenes or in post-production. I would love the help. This is something that is a team effort. Like I said earlier, I can't do this alone. And yeah, so if you are interested, just let me know. All my contact information is publicly available on my demo reels, like my email and stuff like that, and you can contact me there. So let's see, what's stopping the Superdog from coming out like today? Well, there's a lot of stuff, but the biggest thing is what I've been tooting my own horn about this whole stream, which is I'm poor and I need funding for this project. The intern was just like a tease. Like, that was a very expensive tease, like a very expensive appetizer. But this is the actual meal, all right? And the meal costs more than the appetizer, so to speak. And this is, of course, a series as well. So the prices are going to either be the same as the intern, but that's per episode. So if I were to spend as much as I did on the intern for Superdog, I would be very much in debt. So funding is really the main thing stopping me. But to elaborate on that even more, I just need a mic, and post-production stuff, of course, can come later. But if we want to start getting filming done, I need a microphone, and I'm currently raising money for that right now. That is like the biggest thing that I am trying to get, which is some kind of shotgun microphone. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using lavaliers or anything like that, but a shotgun for sure, because that's what we use in the intern. And as you see from the clip that just played, that audio wasn't that bad, was it? It was shot on a shotgun mic. So I'm going to need to get one of those for myself for personal use instead of using my school's, which I graduated from already. So That's really the main thing that's stopping the Superdog. Like I said, I'm writing it right now. People are interested in being in the cast. I for sure can cast this film fairly quickly, I think, if I actually go out looking, because I cast the intern in like a week, so I could definitely cast the Superdog just the same. Um, so yeah, with that, all that being said, I have another interview here, a special guest, two special guests. Actually, one of them is my co-host, and this should answer one of your questions right here. Who's asking, "Where am I?" This is where you are right here. This is a interview about the Superdog. We didn't really give much away. There is a little, just some minor spoilers for the Superdog, not the Superdog, minor spoilers for the intern in this interview. So beware of that. But it's all just fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I had a blast recording it, and I had a blast editing it. I'm looking at you, Sean. You know what I'm talking about. All right, this is the interview with Jacob for the Superdog. All right, so we're here with Jacob. We're gonna do an interview for the Superdog channel. I'm joined co-host here with Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? What's up?
Jacob, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on such short notice. Listen, I know that it was kind of difficult at first, hopping into this whole process with the intern. You just kind of like started just doing what I was saying to do, and I just like to thank you because you did a great job. You played multiple roles, and that seemed like it could be really challenging for a lot of professional actors. So yeah, thank you for being in the intern.
So, Jacob, do you have any prior experience acting? Apart from just helping Shane out, not really. I really just wanted to help a friend out, and it turned into this big thing that I got to be a part of, and I'm really, really proud of Shane for doing this. It's a great piece. It's a great piece of film.
Thank you. I like to say that most of the time, especially when we started rolling, there was a lot of times where I was kind of scared that you guys weren't going to be that professional, and most of the time, I can say that you guys got yourselves together. You were very composed. A lot of times, being professional is marks of like responsibility and wisdom, and being able to kind of like take care of yourself. And you guys really like were a huge part of the film, because like I wouldn't have been able to do especially like the final battle without your help. So Jacob, do you have any fond memories, I guess, of like doing the final battle?
The light.
Yeah,
We could not get that light to work.
we know what you're talking about, but kind of explain it to the people who weren't on set.
All right. So during the scene where me and Shane were having the standoff, and this red flash comes and bodies me, we on set we had this like flashlight and a red thing. That's it.
All right.
So Jacob, you played multiple roles in the intern film. What was your favorite one? On screen or off screen? On screen. On screen. Mm-hmm. Bodyguard.
Building off of that, would you say that it would be like the bodyguard that's inside the building, or like the bodyguard from the end?
Oh, definitely the end. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to shoot.
All right, so Jacob, I actually have a clip that we're gonna watch real quick. It's actually the clip that I talked to you about a little bit earlier that you wanted to see. So I'm gonna let you see it here first, and I want to hear your thoughts about it after I finish playing. Okay?
All right.
You see it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
whole thing. So, you got any immediate thoughts after seeing that?
I just want to say throughout this whole process, the music has been top notch. All right.
True, that is true. I would agree with that. Yes.
Who was that dude in the green jacket?
No clue. You'd have to wait and see the actual episode.
All right.
Maybe you'll see more of it. Maybe you won't. I don't know.
What are you looking forward to in the Super Dog, Jacob?
Just the whole filming experience again, you know?
Yeah,
Just meeting up with Shane, getting together and just doing work.
All right. So in relation to like the scene, what do you think is going on?
I think Buddy Boy Shane having flashbacks. And it was the music was great. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right. Top notch. Who's your music producer? Anyway.
Not relevant.
Yeah, I think he's just having flashbacks and maybe some type of foreshadowing or something.
So, Jacob, what would you like to see in the Super Dog?
More of that music. Stuff's top
Yeah,
notch.
for sure.
You know, I don't know what the budget's looking like, but more lightning. I like the lightning. It looks good. And say more consistent lighting.
Okay.
More consistent.
All right.
All right. So I know that I asked the same question to Cassandra when I did her interview, but like I know I'm pretty secretive when it comes to like the stuff that's coming. Like I don't just openly tell everyone like what's really going on, and that's why I'm curious to like see people's thoughts on it because like of course I know what's gonna happen next. But if you can like recall the last thing that you shot in the intern or like on the scene or whatever, what do you think's happening to any of your characters besides of course the dead one after after all this is happening? What do you think they're up to?
I don't know. Maybe he worked for Bane Tech. I don't know.
Perhaps, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. That was all the questions that we had. You got a question? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out, man.
All right. But yeah, thank you, Jacob, for doing the interview.
Thank you so much, man.
It went pretty smoothly, 100%. Yeah.
For sure.
We'll see that.
There'll be a lot of cuts in this one.
Thank you for joining us, Jacob.
Thank you for joining us, Jacob.
I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. If you're watching it, there's some other stuff that's going to be coming up here real soon here. So yeah, I'm going to pass it back to current me. And yeah, thank you for joining me, Sean and Colston.
Man, no problem. It was great.
I love all y'all. I love you, Shane.
All right. Have a good day.
Pleasure working with y'all.
Yes. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Let's see what's happening now. Alright. I think that is really all of the new stuff that I had to show you guys. Let's just wrap this up here because this kind of cracked on a little longer than I thought it would. This is probably the longest ShaneCon. So yeah, really, let's just review all the material really quickly for all the people who are just now watching or just tuning in this end here. Interns out now on my Patreon. It's coming out on my Amazon soon, and it's going to be coming out in the series format on my lowest tier on my Patreon coming next year. Also, the Super Dog is coming soon. I just need to get some things out of the way, which is mostly involving raising money. And moving forward with that, it will be great. And the sooner the better. And that is really all in the hands of you guys and everything that I can do to somehow raise money. So, yeah, there's going to be, let's see if I can give you guys a little details about the Super Dog. Right now, I'm planning on it to release in cores. Now, if you're not really familiar with film jargon, cores is basically like the different film seasons. So, like that the TV show may break for winter, and come back the following year. That's kind of how the Superdog is gonna work, except for maybe like an extended hiatus after that, because I'm not making money like that. So, with that being said, it's gonna be great. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be great because I feel like it's gonna be really good. I'm already about a little under halfway through with this core that I think is gonna be this first core. I'm trying to split the cores up into arcs so that no one's gonna be really left hanging. I guess it's gonna be a self-contained story with each core. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Why you should watch The Intern? Like I said before, it helps the channel so I can make new stuff, more short films, more series like the Superdog and all the other stuff that you guys wanted me to see. Also, if I do hit certain goals on Patreon and some of my other donations, which are all linked down below, I will be making a short film of the fan's choice, which means that you guys can pick what my next short film would be. All that information is going to be on my Patreon. I would like to thank all the guests that joined me for this stream. This is the first ShaneCon stream that I've actually done. Actually, probably the first stream that I've done guests. So I'd like to thank Cassandra again. I'd like to thank Jacob and Sean for co-hosting as well. All the people who turned up to the stream, thank you guys for showing up as well. And with all that being said, just leaving you guys with a question, especially for my Patreons. Would you guys like to see a part 2 of this day 2 for ShaneCon? Because I have an idea. I have an idea that I can do a live Q&A reaction to The Intern. I think a lot of people would like to see that, so you can ask me questions while you are watching the film. We're watching the film together. I would put this on my $1 tier, and it would go all the way up. So current patrons, and as well as newbies who would come in to watch the stream, you can get it for as low as $1, and you'll be able to watch the film along with me. And just kind of like in this format here, except for instead of my ShaneCon banner, it would be, of course, the film. And we'd be able to watch together, ask questions, I'd be able to answer questions. We'd be like, oh, that was cool. We would laugh, we'd cry together, all that good stuff. But really, if you're interested, just let me know. I'll probably post a poll on my Patreon just to see if that would actually be something that would interest you. It would go public eventually, so people, all of you guys would be able to watch it eventually. But tomorrow would be for the Patreons only. So if you're not a part of my Patreon, what are you doing? Please subscribe to my Patreon because you can watch the whole film, and I know you guys would love to see this film. It's great. So that is really all. That is all I wrote down in my little manuscript here. I think this went pretty well, went pretty smoothly. Hopefully I wasn't on mute this whole time. You guys were here earlier. You kind of saw that happening. I wish I could cut that out, but no, this is a live stream. This is live. This is up. And it's going to be uploaded on its own as soon as I end it. So yes, again, thank you all for tuning in. This has become an annual thing now. I think I might have planned for it to be that way, but I feel kind of obligated to do it now at the end of every year. So yeah, I guess see you guys next year. I know that some people want me to do more live streams, and like I told them, I'm not really good at live streams. So I don't know how often I'll be able to do this because it takes a lot of preparation if you guys want them to this caliber, I guess. But if you just want me to stream and chill, I would be down to do that, if I have some free time. So yeah, just let me know what you guys would like to see. Let me know if that you're interested in that day 2 thing, or so we live react to The Intern. And let me know what short films or videos you would like to watch, because I am planning on uploading a new video either every week or every other week starting next year, so we can get that watch time up and hopefully we get the subscribers up. I'm so close to 500, about 40 subscribers away from 500. So if you know anybody who's not subscribed, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Come on now, it helps me out. It's free. So yeah, hit the like button, comment all your thoughts. When you can comment on this, if you're watching this on a replay, you can of course comment. But if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave those down below, and I would like to thank you again for tuning in. So, what feels snowman next year? I have no idea what that is. Camden, please explain that to me later on. because I'm about to end this off because I'm getting kind of hungry and I have not eaten all day. So, yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I will be uploading the ShaneCon exclusive scene for a Christmas present for everyone who wasn't watching this stream and didn't already see it. It's about 3 minutes long. It should be going up on my YouTube channel on Christmas this Saturday. And I'll be uploading another video the following week, basically explaining on what this channel is going to look like next year because we are changing it up yet again. So, yes, I hope you guys enjoyed all the reveals. I hope you guys enjoyed all the stuff that we had to show off today. And if you missed any of it, feel free to go back and watch it all again because I know I will, and reminiscing on all the mistakes that I made watching this stream. So, yes, thank you for watching for the third time and the final time. I am signing off. And I'll see you guys in ShaneCon 2022 next year.